Hello and thanks for watching. This video is just going to be a bit of gameplay of WipEout Omega Collection. I'm just going to talk about the game and a few things to do with the game and stuff like that while we play. So we'll just go into race box and I think we'll start with 2048 and yeah, let's go on Queen's Mall, simple track, race and talk, a bit easier. So yeah, I've unlocked all the ships and things. Let's go with Visor. I do like the Visor, but we'll change the colour. There we go. So yeah, I haven't finished the elite stuff in the campaigns or the A+ speed challenges. There's a lot of stuff for people who are really good at these games. If you're mid-level or even low-end skill level, you can enjoy the games a lot and you can unlock everything eventually. But there is stuff in there if you're really good at them to keep you coming back. So that's quite cool. So here we go. Yeah, I've been loving the game. No real criticisms of it at all really. It's a solid package. I do wish there were maybe some classic songs from the soundtrack. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I enjoy the old games quite a lot. And some of the old soundtracks, it would have been nice to have a few classic tracks, but what we've got is pretty good. The soundtrack's pretty solid in this game. And yeah, I did mention in a previous video that the game went to #1 here in the UK, in the charts. And following on from that, they went to E3 and they had a presence there. And I'll just insert a little bit of footage in a second, which is quite cool. They had a setup of the game, and they had some mock speed pads on the floor of the hall at E3 leading up to the game, and I thought that would look quite cool, so I'll just insert that now and you can have a look. So here it is. And yeah, I just think that's really cool. It's a nice little touch. I don't know who was responsible, if it was any of the guys that made the game or Sony itself, but that's pretty cool, and it's nice to see WipEout at E3 as well. So we're going to go into HD now and have a quick race in here, and we'll go do a reverse track because they don't appear in some of the tournaments and stuff. So let's go for, yeah, Ubermal in reverse, why not? And we will play as, let's see, let's be a Harimau, why not? An alternate skin that looks quite different to the original. There we go. So yeah, there's been some cool stuff with the game, like there's 3 different versions. There's the standard edition, there's the steel tin edition of the game, and the classic sleeve version. If you haven't seen them, I'll put a picture in now. And yeah, so they're really cool. And on top of that, they've had some little bits and bobs, like in the official UK PlayStation magazine, they had some light bar decals for your controller, which you can stick over the light on the PS4 controller and it lights up. And I'll just stick in a bit of video now showing that as well. So here we have the decals for your light bar on your controller. So the light bar on your PS4 controller is here, and you can see, here we go, we've got the WipEout ones. And this also came with some other ones like PlayStation, Horizon Zero Dawn, Overwatch, some other cool stuff, just some PlayStation things at the top there. And if you're interested, it came with the official UK PlayStation magazine, issue 134, April 2017. So you could probably get it on eBay maybe, if you're interested in these. I haven't put them on yet myself, but the white part is clear, so whatever colour your light bar is, this will light up like that. So that's quite cool. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Nice little thing there. And yeah, I've seen quite a bit of advertising for the game online, a lot, and in shops and things they've had posters and displays and things. I managed to get one of the posters, and I'll just put a little clip of that in now. And yeah, I really like that. It's quite cool. A guy in one of the local game stores let me have that, and that was nice. I did try to get one of the standee things, a big stand of WipEout Omega Collection, but unfortunately I couldn't get hold of that. But yeah, it's been cool seeing the game having quite a lot of presence and getting a bit of advertising out there. Okay, so we're sticking with HD and we're going to go on the Amphitheum, one of my favourite tracks, and we're going to go with Van Uber. I love the Amphitheum. This track has good design and flow and great art design as well. So yeah, a lot of people were confused by the lack of custom soundtrack, but you can actually still do it on the PS4. So if you don't know this, you can do it. You put your USB with the music on into your PS4 and you play the music through the media player and it will play in the game. So it's a bit different to the way it worked on the PS3 and maybe not as ideal, but Sony's policies changed regarding legal stuff with music, I imagine, and so that's the only way to do it now, but it does still work, so that's cool. And speaking of soundtracks, a while back, a few years back, NeoGAF made a custom WipEout soundtrack, and they've made one for the Omega Collection. So I'll probably put a link to it if I can get hold of it. You can probably Google it and find it though if I can't get hold of a link for you. And it's called Game, as in an acronym, so GAME, Omega Edition. And it's a mix of like amateur made music for the collection for you to play using custom soundtrack. And it's pretty good. I give it a listen, I quite enjoy it. I think they've done a pretty good job with it. And I'd recommend giving it a go. So yeah, I recommend checking that out for sure. And also Cold Storage made a custom soundtrack for WipEout HD a few years ago called Cold Storage HD. And I'll also link to that because that's definitely worth having a go with as well. There's some good songs on there. And Cold Storage, if you don't know, had some tracks in the original games. Okay, so we're going to go into 2048 and Capital Reach, and we're going to be the Kyrex, but I'll pick an alternate skin again, because why not? There we go. So yeah, I've been enjoying the game quite a lot. It's solid, there's a decent amount of content in here, it's a great price. Very little to criticise, if anything, really. A lot of remasters and things, they miss the mark a little bit sometimes, or they change something. And I mean, they've changed the odd thing here and there in this, like the sound effects and stuff, and the presentation a little bit between the games, but what they have changed, they've probably improved, if anything, and very impressive game. And I've been enjoying making these videos, so I'm probably going to make some classic videos of the older games as well. I'm looking at getting hold of what I need to make a video of the System Link feature on the original PlayStation, where you needed 2 PlayStations, the System Link cable, 2 TVs set up and 2 copies of the game. I think it would be quite cool to give it a go. I've always wanted to give it a go, so at some point I'll probably make a video of that. And the PSP has something called PSP to TV cables, and I've seen WipEout Pure played like this before and it looks really good on the screen, so I might give that a go, might make a video of that at some point. And at some point I will also move on from WipEout, and I'm going to maybe do a few videos of Extreme G and F-Zero. Very similar games to WipEout, so if you have an interest in WipEout, you might like to have a look at those. Extreme G and F-Zero in fact are very fast, very similar to WipEout. Same basic gameplay elements but very different games. So it might be interesting to look at those. But yeah, that's been a little bit of a chat really while playing a bit of Omega Collection, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.